Today, the trend of getting married at a later and later stage in life has definitely played a role in difficulty of getting pregnant and starting a family. I am surprised at the number of men I meet who are heartbroken by the role they are playing in family life. Welcome to Navigate with Kalpana. Ambitious career women want to marry, but priorities have changed. The right time for marriage is when ambition and career makes space for it. The right man needs to show up at this point or has to be one who has been willing to wait. However, the biological clock is ticking. Having a baby is very much on the list, but for many it is too inconvenient and hence the need to wait till they have established themselves in careers. Many women feel they have taken care of this issue and are now freezing their eggs for a later, more convenient time for fertilization. And there's also surrogate pregnancy. Being practical and focused individuals, these women have been trained and proven successful at work in getting the task done. Sometimes they confuse the act of starting a family to be one more goal they need to achieve within a set time frame. Here, a different set of skills are required. A senior manager, a lady, consulted with me. She was extremely frustrated and unhappy with her husband. They were both in their late 30s and had got married a few years ago. Both were getting used to having a partner after having lived alone for many years and were not finding the process very comfortable or exciting. The main grouse of the wife was that the husband was not doing his job, that of getting her pregnant ASAP. They both realized that their chances of having a baby were reduced because of their age and were currently trying out fertility treatments. This requirement of the husband to perform on call is probably one of the most difficult, humiliating and heartbreaking experiences for men. The wife gets more strident and demanding. The man feels diminished and used. This makes the job more and more difficult, if not impossible. The man is reduced to being a sperm donor, and he resents this hugely. After a few sessions where I tried to rekindle the romance of their relationship, the sharing, the caring, tender aspects of being intimate, she suddenly stopped visiting me. After many months, she contacted me. She had changed. Her edgy hardness in word, gesture, and even her facial expression had altered. Her voice was softer, and somehow she seemed gentler. I wondered, was she finally pregnant? Her story was quite different. She had got a call from an older sister, an active, loving, and helpful lady she was very attached to. The sister had been told she had cancer. The shock of the possibility of losing her had a stunning effect on my client. She suddenly realized that the gift of life is just that, a gift. Best to appreciate and enjoy it for what it is without putting out too many demands to get your own way or work towards a formula of marriage, baby, and start getting mad about life for not going according to plan. And worse, focusing her wrath on the poor husband. In my younger days, we would hear of the sadness of couples who could not have children of their own. Some were brisk and practical about it and quickly adopted a child whom they proceeded to lovingly raise. It was generally considered that the woman was infertile. In cases of male infertility, if tested, it was explained away with childhood illnesses such as mumps. But in most cases, couples became parents when they were fairly young, 20s and 30s. Today, the trend of getting married at a later and later stage in life has definitely played a role in the difficulty of getting pregnant and starting a family. I am surprised at the number of men I meet who are heartbroken by the role they are playing in family life. Many have felt belittled and humiliated to donate sperm on call in fertility treatments. The more demanding and aggressive the wife, the more hurt and diminished the man. It doesn't stop there. Once the child is born, mothers may become obsessed with the child, being unreasonable and demanding that the child be special. They have frequent meltdowns because work, marriage, and motherhood are simply not what they are supposed to be. The father shrinks away from her and becomes very attached to the child, which in turn raises the ire of the mother, as babies are supposed to be more attached to their mothers. It is not uncommon for couples to break up at this point. Work life and family life require different skill sets. Of course, one can learn and benefit from the other, but one set of skills cannot be evaluated as being better than the other. All of us need both. Raising a family is easily one of the hardest jobs an individual can take on. It needs to be honored and respected, not just by the world at large, but by those who choose to have a family. The choice is yours. Let's live with and enjoy the blessings we have in the moment and not get too caught up in a future dream. Let's stay relevant.